As a former educator in today's interesting political times, I'm often asked about what to do, what should parents do? And I often tell them this: start your own collective, homeschool your scholars, and start your own collective. I have more reasons I will delve into later, but that's what I would tell you to do. Find a group of other parents who are in similar situations and find a way to work it out. And I am so not kidding when I say that. I wish I had community like that to build when I was a young parent, but I didn't really need it because I was educating my daughter in a different part of the world, a different part of the state. I'm in a different part of the country. And I um, was a big believer in public school and trusted public school. And public schools were led by, I think, people who ultimately were trying to do the right thing back then. Um, I just saw Don Lemon and D.L. Hughley have a discussion, and they said that this administration is the biggest display of meritocracy. And I've created an entire class on meritocracy that I used to train my scholars on. I mean, my teachers, before they would start with their scholars every school year. So that's a whole other fun topic. But it's true. However, this concept has just made me even more obsessed with pushing education, pushing savage kindness, recognizing that I had to go into hermit mode for a while to stay quiet and reflect. But ultimately, when I came out swinging with my words, it was going to be to push literacy, to push love, to push savage kindness. And that's what I'm here to do. And that is my responsibility. That's all I know how. I'm not going to say that's all I know how to do, but that's what I have perfected for so long. I say all of that to say, please read, read, read. Whatever it is you want to know more about, turn off the device. Unless there's more information you can research, that's fine. But if you're a parent, go to your local library. That is the number one way we can start in supporting, because there's a reason why people ban books when they don't want you to learn your history. We're watching the erasure. So find information that you want to read. If you can afford to buy the books, even better. But if you can't, go to your local library and borrow them before they get taken as well. And as you learn, read to your children every day. Shut the television off, put the device down, and just read to yourself, to enlighten yourself on areas that you feel like you need to know more, and share it with your young people in your space. If you live in an area, begin to bond with others and read to other children whose maybe parents can't do it. We have to start with encouraging a love of just the basics of reading. While many people who look like me in my demographic, yes, we are obtaining all these amazing degrees, but let's talk about how many of us are losing jobs. That's a whole nother topic. But the reality is we are armed with information and we have a responsibility to share it with you. And make sure that we keep planting the seeds so the information continues to be shared. So if you want to learn more about history of people who look like you or whatever it is that you're fascinated in, as long as it is something productive, go learn it and then demonstrate for any young people in your presence that you actually do read a book and you read books and you're going to share the joy of books with them. Pushing literacy with our youth is the first thing we have to do, because there's no point of having physical fitness without the mental fitness and vice versa. And we build those so we can build the emotional fitness to carry through what we are facing. Practice savage kindness, y'all.